What up guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be reviewing this new electronic fire from British Fires called the New Forest. This fireplace comes in 4 different sizes. The smallest size is 870 millimeters. Then it goes up to 1200. Then it's 1600, which is the one that I've got. Highest one is the 2400 millimeter version. In all the models just mean is just the sizes, nothing else, nothing more. This fire, like I said, it's an electric fire. It's not a gas fire. It's low maintenance. The reason why I wanted it because obviously it's low maintenance. I didn't want to go with the gas fire because obviously not only does it run on gas, you also need to get the logs and all the rest of it. Now this does obviously have logs, which I'll get into in a bit. This version of the electronic fire, this weighs about 65 kg. The watts on this is about 1260 to about 1500. Volts on this is about 220 by about 240. The measurements of this is width is 1600 millimeters by 565 millimeters height and 311 millimeters in depth. You can't see much of it here, but where this ends, there is a little bit of gap just underneath here. This is where your boarding or your tiles, like we've got tiles, would sit under, so you can't really see that. A little bit here, and here is a little bit here as well. That should obviously look to go ahead and cover once the fireplace is all installed, so this isn't something that you should see. The flames are LED. It's not a dull color. It gives a really nice LED sort of color to it. And it's spread evenly all the way throughout, from one end all the way throughout the other end as well. Even the logs, they look really realistic. The reason why this fireplace is called the New Forest is because the logs are actually inspired by the New Forest in Hampshire, England. So big up England! So they sit nicely on an underlay wood chipping, which delivers a real earth feeling. If you didn't want the logs, and if you wanted to go with an ultra modern look, then you can have a crystal effect. You can put in crystals instead of the logs, or you can mix them both. But obviously, if you just want the completely modern look, you can have the crystals, you can have the diamonds. All these contents that I've mentioned, they all come within the box anyway. This fireplace, you can have it either 3-sided or you can have it flat. As you can see, I've got mine 3-sided. 3-sided means, that you can see from either sides. So from this side, or the other side. If you have it 3-sided, then it's like a 3D effect. So if you come and look towards it to the side, it's like a 3D kind of effect. Now you can also have it flat as well, where it's just the front facing. If you have it like that, then the main focus is just going to be the front and the center, which is fine because obviously a lot of people want it like that, where the main focus is just on the front. It also comes with a really cool remote as well. This remote lets you control the temperature, lighting bed, switching it on and off. You can change the fuel bed color using this. All you've got to press is just the log icon on here, and once you press that, it changes the color. So you've got blue, purple, the orange, and if you didn't want any color on the fuel bed. So you've got 3 options. You can also change the actual LED lighting on the fire and changing the brightness. So you can have it light, even lighter, or the brightest. I know there's other electric fires that do have a lot more colors than these. I'm more of a guy that likes the realistic look on them, so I didn't really quite bother with that. I just wanted something that looked the most realistic, which I thought was this New Forest. And the other thing that's quite nice as well with this is it does produce heat, so heat does come out. So all you got to press on the remote is the temperature button, and then there's a little bit of a noise that comes out from there. The heat actually comes from the top of the fireplace, so the heat comes out from just here. Now it goes all the way to either side, so it's not just in one section. And if I put my hand there, I get a warm feeling towards it. It's not powerful, but it's also not weak as well. If you leave this on for a bit, it does heat my room. I wouldn't replace your radiator with this because that's not the purpose of this. This is just for aesthetic. If you did want a fireplace that heats your room, you would more likely go with a gas fire rather than an electric fire, because like I said, this is just for viewing purposes really. I expect an added bonus where the heat does come out. Now yes, there is a slight noise to it. It's not something that will affect your TV watching experience. Now with this as well, you also do have a 7-day temperature gauge where you can set it on a 7-day basis for whatever temperature you want for each specific day for whatever time that you want. This fireplace has also got a thing called air curtain technology. Now what that means is the cool air in the room gets sucked in and then that turns into warm air, so it blows out the hot air, which what makes the room warm, which is a neat feature. This has also got a downward facing light. If you wanted more light towards the fireplace and the logs, you can switch this on or off. It gives it like an additional light. This fireplace has got a mirror. Now this mirror is to give the fireplace more depth. Reason being is because there's a mirror effect to it, it seems like there's a continuation of the logs. It basically seems like the fire is actually in the middle of the logs, but it's not. It gives that assumption that there is a fire in the log, which is a feature that many people may not like or many people may like. Reason being is because it's a mirror effect, you can see a lot of the reflection. It's not good for people that have a lot of lighting in the room because it will show. I knew this, and this is something that I liked. I mean, I do like the depth of it, and I do like the fact that it makes the actual fire bed look deeper. What I like about this is the logs. I do really like the logs. The logs have this realistic sort of look to it. Like I said, it is inspired by the New Forest in Hampshire. Another thing that I like about it is the flames that you can see. They're not washed out. They've got this really warm orange feeling towards it. They actually look like realistic flames. Obviously it's not the real thing, but this LED effect and style gives it that feeling. Another thing that I like about this is the fireplace doesn't have a lot of plastic. It's all pretty much glass everywhere. Very minimal amount of plastic on here. On the sides, it's all glass. I really like this remote as well. It's got all the buttons that you need. It looks nice and it feels nice as well, and it's simple to use. The heat coming out from the fireplace gives a good amount of heat. Even when the heater is on, the glass doesn't get hot, so it's child friendly, so that anyone can just come and touch it and feel it. It's not an issue at all. If I was to say any negative things about this, there's not much that I can say if I'm 100% honest with you. It's not because I've got this in my home. I actually tried to figure out some sort of negatives. I don't want to be biased towards it. The only negative thing that I can say about this, I don't know if you would take that as a negative, because this is probably what you would have to do if you were to get a fireplace installed. If you wanted to change this or even take this out, you would literally have to, it's not something you can just take out or install out or put it back in. You literally have to tear down the whole media unit essentially. I mean, that's only if there's something wrong with it or if there's an issue with it. It does come with a 1-year guarantee. British Fire also have a 3-year extended warranty as well, and you can go onto their website and you can just put in the serial number and then you can do that. That's it pretty much, to be honest. I really do like this electric fire. I would definitely recommend this. There are other fireplaces out there. I have seen other fireplaces and I feel this one has the most realistic fire looking, and not only that, it has the most realistic logs, which is exactly what I wanted. Now, I bought this from Inspirational Fires. If you look at my other videos, I show you how I got this whole media wall set up. This is from Inspirational Fires. I'll link their address down below. Do check them out. You don't have to get this from Inspirational Fires. You can get this from any sort of leading fireplace. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you do like, comment and subscribe. There'll be many more tech reviews to come. But I think that's it pretty much on my media wall. This was the last thing that I wanted to go ahead and review. Hope you guys enjoyed this sort of little mini series of my media wall, and I'll see you guys in the next one.